Alright, so what we're going to be working on today is pulling the motor out of Bobby's Evo 10. This motor is completely destroyed. If you haven't seen yesterday's video, I'd highly suggest going and checking it out. Quick little rundown, it got a hole in the oil pan, it broke off the pickup tube on the oil pump, and the motor was run completely dry. So I'm going to be pulling the motor out. Bobby is at work all day today, so I'm going to be riding solo. We got the FRS out of the shop. We got the Evo where it should be to get this motor out efficiently and plenty of space. One more thing, I woke up pretty damn sick and I don't feel like working on this car today, so if my energy is down or if I sound weird, I deeply apologize. Let's get to work, boys. So I always like to go a little bit above and beyond just to make it a lot easier. So the first thing we are going to start with is pulling off the whole front end. The core support, intercooler, crash bar. We're going to pull the oil cooler as well just because we're going to have to replace that. There's probably metal shavings in there. And then from there, we'll start with like the intake, all the aftermarket expensive stuff I don't really want to mess up, all the intercooler piping, all that good stuff. And then we could probably get the car up in the air. I don't know. Let's just start with all the front end stuff first. Radiator does have to be drained. It is still full. Oil, of course, is already drained because we had a nice hole in the oil pan. So we got the whole front end pretty much pulled off, the intercooler, radiator, AC condenser. Let's hope I don't destroy that one like I have in the past. I'm sure you guys can remember that video. Next up, I'm going to move on to pulling off all of the wiring for the intake manifold. All that good stuff can go to the side. I may end up pulling that fender off just so we don't scratch it up at all with the wiring dangling over it. Let's get all the wiring off. We got to do the AC compressor, alternator, power steering, all the stuff on this side of the motor. And then from there, honestly, it's like jack the car up, disconnect tranny and transfer, do some exhaust stuff, and the motor should be able to drop out. All right, we're at the point now where we got to get the car up in the air. So I'm gonna get the whole shop cleaned up here, get all the coolant cleaned up as well, jack the car up, and then we need to start pulling off some of the stuff down below. So the AC compressor, alternator's got to come off, but there's a pulley in the way to get the bolt out. And then, yeah, from there, we should be able to disconnect the tranny. Actually, no, the motor and tranny are going to come out together. We're going to disconnect the transfer from the tranny, and we'll be dropping this motor and tranny out together through the bottom of the car. I have pulled it out the top, but I think it's much easier to just drop it out the bottom. Guys, I think I might try something a little bit different this time around. I always have in the past disconnected the tranny and transfer and dropped the tranny and motor together. But this time around, I think I'm going to go ahead and try to drop the whole subframe with the motor, tranny, transfer. The front struts will unbolt from the tower, the strut towers. Yeah, I think that's the right way to do it. I don't have a lift in here, and it would be nice. It'd be a lot easier if I did. But I'm going to go ahead and give that a shot. I think it may save a lot of time, because as of right now, it looks like I'll have to pull the turbo and manifold and all that to get the tranny and transfer unbolted, and that'd be way easier outside the car. So let's go ahead, give it a shot. If it doesn't work, oh well, I tried, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot faster that way. Well guys, we got it out. Here is what it looks like. Motor, tranny, transfer, subframe, suspension, downpipe, everything is on here. And honestly, that was kind of pointless. There's a lot more things to disconnect than I originally had anticipated. We had to deal with power steering, we had to deal with the AYC fluid. Now we're gonna have to bleed that. We're gonna have to bleed power steering. I don't know. Maybe if I did it a few more times, I'd get the hang of it better, but I think it's easier to drop the tranny and motor together and leave the rest in. And not only that, guys, now the car is pretty much stuck in the shop until we get it going again, because we don't have any suspension, we don't have obviously wheels on the front, we don't have a way to roll it. So yeah, it's pretty much going to be stuck here. With that being said, I may have to get this thing running first before the abandoned Evo project, which kind of sucks because, I mean, it doesn't suck. Either way, Bobby was going to be driving this red Evo or the white one, whatever got running first. I was just going to give her to drive until the red one was done. So kind of sucks that the car's stuck in the shop. It's a complete disaster in here now, and it probably will be for quite a while. If there are any other like mechanics on here, let me know which way you prefer. Do you prefer dropping the whole subframe like I just did, or just the motor and tranny together? So far, I like just the motor and tranny together because, like I said, there's a lot less stuff to disconnect. I feel like maybe I'm just not used to doing it this way, but drop a comment down in the comment section below. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up right here, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Tomorrow we should be able to get this motor torn apart, see what exactly is going on with it. See you guys then.